Ready, talk boxing with Mr. A right here on RRT Boxing. Thank you for your support. Please subscribe if you have not. And if you have, once again, thank you for that support. Now we're going to get into Joseph Parker and Hughie Fury, a breakdown and prediction for that WBO world title bout. Now, this fight, I do believe, is going to be a slow, kind of a lacklusterous performance for the most. I think it's going to be a boxing performance by who? Well, I'll tell you as we get into the breakdown. Now, Joseph Parker, this would be his second defense. And probably his best competition. I would say Hughie Fury is a more legit competitor than Andy Ruiz. Some might disagree, but I say Hughie Fury is better. Now, as in the breakdown, we're going to start from the bottom up. The feet and legs, I'm giving this to Hughie Fury. He has, if you've seen him fight before, you know Hughie just uses the ring a lot. He's on his bicycle, as they say. He's back and forth, stutter stepping, touching all four corners of the ring. He has legs for days. As Joseph Parker, he's more of a in-your-face fighter. His feet, I don't know if he's quite planted when he's boxing, because I see him lunge a lot with his punches. So I don't think his feet work is quite ready. You know, it's not up to par. Even though he is champion, he still has a lot of flaws, or a lot of improvements, I should say. It's not flaws, things where he can improve. And I think his feet work is one of them. He lunges a lot off his feet when he punches, even as sometimes both his feet are off the ground. So legs and feet definitely to Hughie. Defense, these guys both get hit quite often, but I'm going to give the defense to Joseph Parker. He tends to at least cover up, you know, and like block shades or evade shots. Hughie has a tendency to keep his left hand very low. I don't know if it's to psych you in to throw something so he can counter it, but he tends to keep it down very low. And when he does avoid punches, he backs away. He has a tendency too much to be in a straight line, and his chin up and his hands down. He kind of like does that typical tall man evasive. They kind of just lean back and kind of dodge away, and tends to leave his chin wide up. So Joseph Parker can, you know, since he's lunging in with his punches, can swing one up there with a right hand and crack him. Now, punches and hands, very confusing how you talk about them. If you want to say power, you'll probably say Joseph Parker because he throws his punches with a lot more intensity. That's just easily seen by the naked eye. Anyone watching any one of these guys fights, it's very easy to see Parker throws with more intensity. Combinations are probably faster because, you know, he's more of a power puncher. Try to go for the finish, while Hughie's more of a paw and jab out there. You know, pause it at you, and then he'll throw a right. So he's more of a point puncher. He's always on the move. And the body work, Joseph Parker is more of an inside body game. He has to be in the inside. And it's like I said, it's kind of whitish hooks to me, while Hughie Fury, he's more of like a technique type inside game. He'll throw a jab to your stomach. He'll throw a jab to the face, then down low. So he kind of mixes it in. He does a nice long reach with his to the stomach, a long reach hook. So in the body attack, I'm going to give it to Hughie Fury. But in the punches and combinations, I give it to Joseph Parker. And the power goes to Joseph Parker. Or at least he throws his punches with more intensity, so it looks like he has more power. Because his last fight, Joseph Parker against that Raz, he couldn't finish him off, and he was hitting him. You know, the Raz was a big guy. He had Joseph Parker reaching a lot, lunging, missing a lot. And I think Hughie Fury, with his movement, is going to have the same thing. And I think he's going to possess a lot of lunging and reaching. So it's going to be difficult for Joseph Parker to get those power shots. And like I said, for head movement, I'm going to give it to Joseph Parker. He has a little craftier, I guess, defense inside. These guys both have low defense to me. And then Hughie Fury, like I said, he just backs away with his head up high. He uses that pawn jab to control the distance, so that way as much defense is not really needed. So that being said, that being my breakdown, I am going to go with my prediction of right here on RT Boxing. This is Mr. A. I'm going to go with the prediction of a new WBO champion, Hughie Fury. I think he's going to use the legs and his feet movement. That constantly movement is going to make Joseph Parker move around, try and catch him. And his power won't be as strong to what most people are accustomed to seeing at Joseph Parker. And in order for him to actually get some clean shots on Hughie, for the most part, he might land a few here and there, but I think for the most part to really do anything dominating, I think he's going to be overreaching. He's going to be off balance due to all the movement. His feet's not going to be set. And Hughie Fury is just going to be pawn that jab, making him overreach, getting some points, occasionally landing the nice hard right behind the jab. He's going to do a couple body shots to keep Joseph Parker off him. And when they do get inside, Hughie Fury is going to have no problem of just holding Parker just to stop the action. So at any time Joseph looks to explode with some power, Hughie will just hold him and wait for the reset. Now, if the referee warns him on a break about too much holding, then he'll start doing a little fighting inside. I think this fight is going to look the best mirror image of what you saw Tyson versus Klitschko. There's a lot of movement, jabbing, getting points, and then when Parker does get inside, they grab. You're gonna see a quick little rabbit body punches to slowly wear Parker down, just a little bit, you know, make him even slower to catch the movement of Hughie. So once again, I'm going with a new WBO heavyweight champion, Hughie Fury, right here on RT Boxing. This is Mr. A. Thank you for your support.